So, week after St Neots half marathon, feeling fully recovered. As you can hear, I've got a croaky throat again. Kids have come home from school with another cold, so feeling a bit under the weather again today. I'm not having much luck with colds at the moment. So how did St Neots go? Really well, if you put it into perspective. Ended up running round in 2:03:28, I think it was, and the difference was felt comfortable throughout. Obviously working hard, but at no point did I really struggle or blow up or anything like that. I just ran 13 fairly consistent miles. I've written down all the numbers at home, might throw up some graphics or something, but if you roll back about 11 weeks, Stryd was predicting a 2:13, something like that, for the half marathon, and a race wattage of 2:33, I think it was. Leading up to the race, he was predicting a 2:06 and a race wattage of 2:44. And what I actually did on the day was I decided to aim for that 2 hour marker without sort of going overboard to get it. And so I ran keeping the wattage under 260. Morning. Ran the wattage keeping it under 260. And I could tell quite early on I wasn't going to be getting down to a sub 2 hour marathon, half marathon. So I just kept it under control, kept it below 260, was sensible with it. Interestingly, finished it. Stryd immediately came back with a new critical power of something, and felt I should be running half marathons at 2:59. And it also thinks on a flat course I do 1:59, so I'll take that. St Neots half, to be fair, isn't quite as flat as people make out it to be. It's got a few hills in it, it's exposed to the wind, so it's actually relatively tough course. Although lots of people do use it for PB attempts. Morning. Morning. Rush hour in Letchworth this morning, bikes going past, runners. So, delighted with that, I'll take that. Especially when I think about where I was 11 weeks ago to run 13 9:30 minute miles. Yeah, I'm really happy with that, really good progress. Looking back on the training as well, I did sort of 34 out of the 44 runs. So on average I was running 3 times a week. Never really, I hit a few 4 times a week, but never really nailed down the consistency on the training that I needed to do. So again, another factor that I'll take. I'm just going to turn around and make sure I don't miss the start of parkrun, as I always do. So the other thing that we could probably look at is the Strava fitness numbers. So we'll have a little look at that, and I'll post some of those up along with heart rates, etc. So overall really happy. I think it's been a good training plan, a good block of training. Certainly happy that I can now run 13 miles at a reasonable pace, which is, to be fair, something I haven't done for a while. I've got into jeffing on long distance runs, so run walk plans. I can't actually remember the last time I ran 13 miles consistently, so really happy with that. I'll take that. So I guess what's next, there's no filters, just St Neots, by the way. Decided because I was going to try and run it hard, to leave the GoPro at home. I didn't want to mess around with that. Also, lots of local runners around, still feel a bit embarrassed carrying a GoPro around, so do fancy doing that at the race. I think I will in future though. So next thing for me, well, it's in two really. I've got a race coming up, Buntingford 10. That's on the 30th of December, so 5-6 weeks away. But I'm also looking at doing some ultras next year. One of the challenges I've got is Stryd don't do ultra plans, they go up to 50k. Morning. They go up to 50k, but I'm looking to go a bit longer than that. So I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do about a training plan. But the one that I found at the moment starts off on the 29th of January. So basically the next 10-11 weeks I'm just going to be building to try and consistently run 5 times a week and get that mileage per week up to 30-35 miles before that training plan kicks in. So Buntingford will be in the middle of it, hoping just by bringing my mileage up. Buntingford could be quite good. We'll keep an eye on the Stryd numbers. I'll post them up again for reference. But I think it's currently predicting a 128 or 129 for the 10 miles. So let's see what the next 5 weeks brings and see how some regular training changes that. Be amazing to do a 125, but that might be just a little bit out of reach. Anyway, today's a freezing cold morning at Letchworth parkrun. Just about to make my way to the start now. Be following Stryd roughly. Today the max wattage is 213, so hoping to get a Stryd parkrun PB today. Previously it's been 207, so let's see what a difference 6 watts makes. Now I suppose really quickly on the Stryd half marathon training plan itself. At no point did I really feel massively out of my comfort zone. Obviously, you know, intervals 4 and 5 in a training session with tough work. And the only session that I really remember really massively struggling on was the first long run session, which was in boiling hot heat. I can remember really struggling to do the intervals at the end and having to do walking, etc. for recoveries. So felt like good progression. What it did do though, I lacked a little bit of confidence. I was surprised I was able to run 9:30s consistently. Just didn't think enough threshold speed work had been done. You know, there's endurance miles to keep the pace going, but I'm not knocking it, it worked, so happy days. Just thought that was worth mentioning. So, freezing cold day here at parkrun. The ground is frozen, which is quite good here at Letchworth because it turns into a mud fest. So I'd rather have frozen ground than complete mud. So I'll take that today.
Morning, thank you.
Fly so high, I'm hypnotized.
What's up is down, what's left is right. Chasing stars and holding you. I can't see the end, but we'll see it through.
You too. Thank you.
Dangerous times, don't fly too high. Be sure to keep the ground in sight. Fly forever if you keep it tight.
Cheers all. Thank you.
Keep the sky on your mind.
Ta. So, super quick video, Letchworth parkrun done. It didn't feel good going around, to be fair. Legs felt strong though. The hardest part was actually keeping the wattage down this morning. So I was meant to be running 213, and quite often it's over at 230, 240. I think that's on the back of last week and just feeling, you know, the legs are feeling strong, itching to go. So just need to keep that under control a little for this next training block. But anyway, next training block started, so we'll get some metrics before and after, see where it goes. And we'll follow the Stryd plan again, or well, actually it's a homemade plan using wattage, so we'll see how we get on. But park run, probably 34 minutes, 34, 30. Amazing what a difference sort of 6 watts make, albeit I have to caveat, I was probably running a little bit harder in certain sections than I should have been. Okay, time to go and get a lem sip, I think, and some breakfast.